This video, I'm going to talk about when do you know the trend has actually changed? When is that point where you realize and you're like, actually, no, this doesn't make sense anymore. Let's click again on a random collection and let's talk about that. So here, let's go into market cap. This is a collection, obviously it's struggling now. It's at 26,000 in market cap. Let's zoom out a little bit. Wow, this got all the way up to 600. So yeah, this is a really good example. So let's go into a minute and let's go to the peaks. Obviously this is in hindsight, but even in hindsight, let's talk about a couple of pullbacks it had along the way, just so we can kind of determine. And this is a pullback where we may have thought, look, it's over now. This thing's done. What do we do next? There's a few things to note. The first thing I would say is, once you're in a position and, it's a position you're holding for a little bit longer, more than half an hour, it is useful, absolutely, to check their socials, go on their Telegram, and you make your own judgment about whether this collection may have legs or whether it's a kind of another crappy collection that kind of doing all right, is jumping off another narrative, and that's what's making it popular. This is some really weird Harry Potter, Obama rubbish. Doesn't really look like it is anything. It looks like I don't even know what this is. They've just joined loads and loads of random stuff together into one meme coin. Maybe that's unique because that's different. I don't know. But it does look a little bit silly and not in a good way. Let's have a look at their Twitter profile. And you see here, it's not really got that many followers. Very likely when they launched, they didn't have any followers. Let's just have a look. It's only got 9 posts. Yeah, they had no followers 8 hours ago. Nothing interesting. Here they're just telling you they bothered to pay the $2.99 for deck screener, and that's probably only because they started pumping a little bit and they're like, all right. They probably got pressured by the community to actually bother and do that. Moontalk listing paid. Again, that's just a listing site where they get a little bit more promotion if they bother with that one. And yeah, that's kind of it. So nothing really interesting, kind of weird collection. So we know already step one is not going to go very far. We don't know. Might get a little bit more exciting, might hit 1 million or something, but it's not going to go anywhere and it's very likely going to drop down. It's not really going to get any consolidation. So that's fair enough. So as we're trading this, we see it gets to these important psychological levels at 200 and then it drops to 100. And this is on a minute. What you want to see on a minute, even a second one, but more important, a minute one, because you have to zoom out a bit because this collection has been going on for a few hours now. To establish a downtrend, you need to have lower highs and lower lows. In an uptrend, it's a staircase. The high gets higher. The lows get higher. Higher lows, higher highs. On the downtrend, you're just coming down the stairs. Just think of stairs. Lower highs and lower lows. This was the high, this was a high, this was a high, these were the lows, the stair keeps going up. Then you had one step down, and now if we got to here, and then we had another step down that went lower than this one, that's steps going down. That's going down the stairs. That didn't happen that time. So let's remove the drawings. We went back up again, and then we had a higher high, lower high, a higher low. And the stairs kept going up. It's just that this stair was more like a landing and then we carried on smaller stairs. So this is step 2. When do we see the stairs changing? Here, we had a lower high here. And then we went down again. So we had a lower low. So this is possibly a point where definitely I would have exited a good bit of my position here. But what you'd want to see for this continuation is that's just one step. Let's see if it goes back up and then goes down again, another lower high. But this one didn't. This broke that high. So that can't be a downtrend yet because the step doesn't work that way. The next step has to be lower. Otherwise, we won't be going down the stairs at all. So that broke the trend there again. So we're still going up. So that's not enough. And then we get to this point here where now we have a lower high here. And this high is lower than this one. So a lower low, lower high. But do we get the steps? We go down again. We pump back down to 300. But then we make these weak efforts to come back up. When you see the weak effort to come back up, that's nowhere near the previous swing high. Nowhere near the previous corners of these stairs. So here, you could draw a line going all the way here. We're getting nowhere near that point. And then we drop again. And then the next high is even lower. That's stairs going down. That's a bad situation. But you had plenty of time here. all this area for you to get out. This is literally 10:53. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but in meme coin trading, 20 minutes is a lot. That's plenty of time for you to say, look, this is not looking great right now. And then you need to get the hell out of there. And the thing is, because, a lot of people haven't done my course. It's brand new. A lot of people have never even heard of me. So they won't know this stuff. But there are people there just from blindly trading hundreds of thousands of meme coins. They will kind of know almost by instinct when it's over. They will all start aping out of the door. And that's what happens here. And they really quickly get out of the door. And this is the problem. You have to be quick when it comes to meme coin trading out of your position. Otherwise, you'll be left holding the bag. You don't want that. If you're following my training program, that should not be happening to you at all. Get out of the position when the stare is established. Yes, you might get some pumps along the way, but generally you should be getting the hell out of there. Now, a little trick for you. We talked about stairs. So what's really cool is if you see the price go down and then go down again, you can wait a few seconds, go into the second one and just look for a tiny little pump for the next step and then sell. It doesn't look like much, but that tiny little few second pump, that could be the difference between getting a much better exit point. That could be a difference of the market cap being 20 to 25. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 25% more of your position you would have. And then it will drop again. So just watch for that, because we're going in steps. Nothing goes in a complete straight line. You still may have a better opportunity, but generally you should be getting the hell out of there. So don't overthink it. Get whatever optimal price you can and then get out. That's it, downtrend established. Now, can they recover from this? Well, here's another way to know if the low has gone too low. Well, basically, corrections along the way, they should be anywhere for meme coins. I've noticed, 20% all the way up to like 50, 60% maximum in an uptrend. So if you click on price range here, this drop here was 50%, 58%. That seems to be the maximum in my experience. If it's any more than that, maybe don't even take it from the 1 wick. Take it from these resistance points here. And you got like 49%. If you take it from the wick, maybe it's 56%. That's still not bad. But once we get to down here, I think it's gone too much. Once you get to 60, 70, 80%, this means it's done, in my opinion. I rarely see collections dump 90% and then suddenly go off to like 1 million, 10 million market cap. The dumps tend to be a lot shallower. So just keep that in mind as well. So that's basically how you see an established downtrend. Those kind of 2 or 3 steps you need to look for. Check the socials anyway, so you know what to expect. Look to see stairs, to see if we're breaking structure, and then also just see how far back some of the other pullbacks were. You don't need to do that. I'm just telling you that generally if we were still going up, these pullbacks should only be like 30, 40, 50%. They shouldn't be nearly 90%. That's when you know we're done. And this one's clearly done. But even then, when we're done, just in case you missed it and you went off somewhere, you still get these odd pumps. You should be selling into these pumps. These are just called dead cat bounces. They're literally going nowhere. It's just because people oversold the collection so much that you get a little bit of a relief rally. You can take advantage of that. I wouldn't advise to jump in for a trading opportunity, although that is one of our strategies. We've done it before because you can get good multiples even on that. It's just it gets a little bit risky there because you're trading against the trend, not with the trend. When the trend's up, this is a clear uptrend. Any pullbacks, your trend might save you. So even if you got a bad entry, you bought one of the tops here, the trend will save you because it's still going up. But on a downtrend, the trend's not going to save you because basically the pressure of the market is down against you. It's like you're rolling a ball up a hill, a big rock up a hill. The pressure is always going to be down. It's going to get sold off any second. So you better get in and get out quickly if you want to do one of these recovery trades. Thanks for listening.